Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you here. This reading, I believe, is going to be a very potent reading because as soon as I lit the candle and I sat down to set an intention, the surge of energy I got within me, I cannot describe it. So I feel this is going to be a very potent reading if it resonates with you. These are messages from the universe, and I have done similar readings before, but these messages come to you from the 5 elements. The 5 elements holds, we are all made of the 5 classic elements, and I have done readings with that theme many a time. Okay, I won't say many a time, maybe 3 to 4 times before this, but this is something which has made a whole difference to my life. Understanding classical elements, as in, even if you look at our decks, when we talk about pentacles and cups and swords, as well as, which is the one, wands, we are basically talking about the 4 elements. Cups represent water, pentacles represent earth, swords represent air, and wands represent fire. The 5 classical elements are the 4 of these, as well as space, Akasha. Alright, so if you look at that, my tattoo here, I've got the symbols of the 5 classical elements, engraved on my skin. This is Akasha, Vayu, Akasha, that is space, ethers, the skies, Vayu, that is air, and that is if you're looking at it like this, alright, and this is fire, Agni. This is Jala, water, and this is Prithvi, earth. So these are the 5 classical elements, and this is what makes us the same as everything else on this planet and beyond. The entire universe is made of these 5 elements. So we may feel, we are different from, as far as cultures, race, everything else is concerned, but at the core, we are one. We're made of the same things. And so this, if we can understand that and actually consciously be aware of it, we'll find our boundaries, disappearing, which is a concept which we may not be able to put into action, because unless everyone's on the same page, we can't really have no boundaries. But that awareness that this is how things are is something which is very liberating. And this is also the basis of the fact that we have tarot and astrology, because there is something called the collective consciousness, and we are able to tap into it because at the core we are one. All right, so today's reading is going to be like that. I will be live shuffling the tarot as well as the oracles. From the tarot, we'll take out 5 cards, one as message from the universe from each of the elements. And then, in fact, if you've noticed my logo, when before the video plays, you have this logo. They are those 5 figures made by my daughter, but they represent the elements. Right in the center, you will find Akasha, the space, and then the one on the right is air, and then fire, the masculine energy. Then on the left, you will find first earth and then water. If you take a look at that, this theme is something which is very dear to my heart, because this is who we are. All right, so now that I've talked about that, let me quickly go over how the reading is going to be, which I had just told you. I'll be taking out 5 cards from each of the decks, a message from each element. Now quickly, let me run over the fact that air represents your thoughts, your thought patterns, or if you need clarity on something. Water is about your emotions, relationships, anything you need to know there. Pentacles or earth is all about your abundance, your finances, your career, and tangible things here. And the wands are about your passions, creativity, physical movement, body, things like that. And then last card that we'll take out will be a message from the ethers, or space, or Akasha, which is all about you, your beliefs, who you are at the core. All right, so we'll take out 5 cards from the tarot, and then we'll take additional advice from the oracle deck. All right, so let me introduce you to the piles. I'm so excited. You know, it's a very strange feeling. I'm excited, but I have this huge feeling of calm. I don't know how to explain this to you. Anyway, pile number 1 is the Unfolding Path Tarot and this beautiful Amazonite crystal. Pile number 2 is the Good Tarot and the Jade Crystal Ball. And pile number 3 is the Ethereal Visions Tarot and the Rose Quartz Heart. For those of you who are intuitive, you've already decided which group you want to go to. You may head to the timestamps and I'll see you at your pile. And for those of you who this quick meditation to center yourself helps, let us begin. Sit straight with your spine erect, palms open, facing upward. When you're ready, gently close your eyes and slowly take in a deep breath. Hold, center yourself. Focus between your eyebrows and connect with your intuition, knowing that it won't lead you astray. Gently breathe out. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, and whichever pile you are drawn to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1, those of you who've chosen the Unfolding Path Tarot or the Amazonite crystal, welcome to your reading. What do I get with your crystal? I feel it's very important. I feel you are very meticulous people. You do things exactly how it's meant to be done. If you take out something from somewhere, you need to put it back. Order means a lot to you. Discipline and order means a lot to you, which is a good thing within limits. Just remember, everything is about balance, all right? And in this order and discipline that comes, which maybe you've got very strong routines, it has helped you a lot. It's kept you safe. Life's good, but you are bordering on controlling. And so what happens is, while your life is smooth because of the routines that you've kept in place, because of the discipline that you have, you try to impose the same kind of discipline on all those around you. And you're doing this because this gives you a sense of security, stability, and maybe you are a little averse to change, that you don't mind change provided it's on your terms, and you're being told to loosen your grip a bit, all right? And this is what I pick up from this crystal. If this is you, then this is added confirmation, all right? But let's see your messages from the universe. Spirit, please come through. Pile number 1. What is the message from the element of air? Pile number 1, Spirit. The message from the element of fire. Pile number 1, Spirit. The message from the element of water for pile number 1, Spirit. The message from the element of earth for pile number 1, Spirit. And the messages from Please, for pile number 1, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Bottom of the deck, energy with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, you may be wondering when you're going to get financially independent. For some of you, you may be wondering when you are going to have a partner in your life. Doesn't have to be. Shall we pull out all the cards before we reveal? Make that great reveal of the messages. That way we don't get interrupted in between. Any further advice, Spirit? You get Sweet William, and bottom of the deck is Amaryllis. Okay. We've got 2 cards here, Chrysocolla and Lapis Lazuli, and bottom deck energy is Selenite. Brilliance, discover your sparkle. And Cyan, build your confidence. Yes, I was getting this theme as I was putting down the cards. And last but not the least, from the Moonology deck, surrender to the divine. So this is whenever you feel flustered, when things are not in your control, learn to surrender is the message that's coming up for you. A time for healing, and bottom deck energy, luck is on your side. Now, okay, you know what? I can give you a better view if I just put this a little higher. Yes, all right. So, beautiful pile number 1. Let's begin with the message from the air element, and you get the moon. With this card coming up, and remember, the moon is actually water element, all right? It is feminine energy, and it talks about intuition. And this is a message from the air that when your thoughts are too many, when you overthink a lot, you come into confusion, a lot of confusion. And I am called to take this selenite card here for you, which says clear the clutter. So I feel a lot of you want to get everything in order. As I said, you want to know things in advance so that you can prepare for it, and in doing so, in contemplating your next step in order to be 2 steps ahead, you tend to overthink. Maybe a lot of you have a lot of anxiety as well, and you're being told that when your thoughts overwhelm you, learn to declutter, step back from them a bit. All right, especially when you're making a decision, because for some of you, maybe there is a decision to be made with the lapis lazuli here. Make a decision, and your heart already knows what you want, but there's so many thoughts that if you say this and ABC is not happy, or ABC goes wrong, or something or the other, and you're thinking and overthinking, and now from the initial clarity you got about your decision, now you cannot make a decision because now it's all totally cluttered. And so the element of air comes forward to say that when you find that your thoughts are too many, and instead of giving you clarity or bringing a bright idea into your mind which stays, you have muddled it up with so much of confusion. So the only way forward is to quieten down, declutter, stop taking opinions from outside, input from outside, be it from Google. You want to Google out the answers. Stop that. Stop asking people around you, even though they are so trusted and so wise with so much of experience. Stop. If you've done all that and there's still clutter in your head, you need to go within. So first stop all the opinions that people have given you, keep it aside. Just keep it aside. And then sit in silence. Maybe on a dark night. Here they're showing the crescent moon. So I feel at any time, just go out. Even if it is a new moon and there's no moon outside, sit in the dark, sit alone, sit outside. And as the element of air passes through you, close your eyes and just sit still. Practice this every day. And your intuition, the first thing that comes to your mind, the intuition is not loud. It doesn't scream like fear does. But it will show you the way. And the more you listen to it, the more you hone it, and you will get so much clarity. And this is the message for you from the element of air. And along with that, you have this which says start afresh. So start fresh. So if you've always been overthinking, thoughts are beautiful if there is clarity. If they are muddled, then they can actually drive you insane. So when such a thing happens, just shut down every external input and go deep within, quietly. And you'll find all the clutter slowly dissipates as you sit with yourself, and your inner knowing will take over and you will get the answers that you need. Trust your intuition. Very important. What is the message from the element of fire for you, pile number 1? And you get the Knight of Swords in reverse. So I feel, as I was saying right in the beginning, order, routine, these things are important to you because you like to be in control of things. You are insecure when there's change. If things happen suddenly, you don't like it. It just throws you off guard. Maybe in the past you've been through a lot. Basically, when we have whatever patterns we adopt into our life, it's because we are trying to, help ourselves out of difficult situations which we have faced in the past. And though the situation is over and done with, the lessons, what we have learned, instead of guiding us now, they've started becoming strict, firm walls around us. This stopping our growth. And this we don't see because we get this false sense of security being in the cocoon. But all cocoons are meant to be broken. All right. And with this card, Knight of Swords in reverse, I feel that the element of fire is telling you enough of logical thinking. If you feel that you're, having a writer's block or a creative block, or life in general, you find that there are a lot of obstacles, it's because you are relying on logic. And when you don't have all the answers, you're not able to move. You're just frozen. While the element of air was telling you to look at your intuition, the element of fire is telling yourself to loosen up a bit. Allow your heart, the creative spark within you will come out when you loosen up. When you stop wanting to know all the answers and say that logically it's right. Sometimes look at it because you're passionate about something. Maybe your first instinct to do something is, oh wow, let's just get up and just go for a drive. And then you say, no, this is not the right time, because just look at the time right now. Another half an hour, maybe the office traffic will come. You start talking and thinking, and so that entire enthusiasm you kill because of your logic. There is a time and place for logic. I'll not tell you to forget about logic completely, but there's a time and place when it's supposed to be used. used. And I feel right now your logic is being the killjoy of your life. Your logic is actually not letting you blossom as you should. It's keeping you safe, it's giving you the money, it's keeping you totally stuck. But somewhere there's this element. If you're coming to a tarot reading and if your logic has been making everything fine and your discipline and order is making everything right, why are you here? You're here because there is something more that you're longing for, and you're looking for answers for that. And that will come when you slowly, you don't have to overnight go and take on something that you've never done. Take baby steps. Slowly make your comfort zone, open it out a bit. Go out a little bit, come back. Go out a little bit, come back. Slowly you'll find that your comfort zone, from this cocoon it's become bigger. Then again you take little steps, make it bigger. That way you expand. So the message from the element of fire is you need to loosen up. And to be able to do that, I feel these two cards are coming very strongly for me. You need to be confident in your ability to adapt. You need to be confident of your ability to be able to, if there's sudden change, you're able to do things spontaneously. That's the word. Spontaneity. And that spontaneity can come only when you have confidence in yourself. That yes, something new has come and I won't shy away from it. Let me go and do it. I'm sure I can do something, even it may not be the best thing, but I'm quite capable of doing it as best as I can, and I know it's not going to be so bad. There's nothing that I can't come out from. When your attitude becomes that, you take more risks. I'm not telling you to be foolhardy, but you will actually enjoy life because you'll be able to loosen up, and for that, you need to heal. Your attitude of wanting to control everything, wanting to be super disciplined, wanting to control every situation around you stems from the survival mode. Something that you've learned in your childhood or along the way. And it's time for you to heal that so that your life can be lived, you have a fuller life. It's not that this life is not good, but it's not full. You are still longing for something else, which is why you're here. So this is the message from the element of fire. Loosen up a bit. Don't follow logic so much, thinking that you have all the answers because you're using logic. No. Logic is a small portion. Don't make it everything. There is a lot more that you don't know that is beyond the realms of logic. Try and explore it. Don't be closed off. All right? Now, the message from the element of water. And you get the Two of Swords. The crescent moon is a theme here for you. We've seen it twice now. Again, swords energy. All right. So what is the element of water telling you? Remember, there was this decision that is to be made for some of you. And look at the colors. They're matching so beautifully. There's a decision to be made. And your heart already knows. Remember, I said that in the beginning. And this is exactly what the element of water is telling you. You're closing your eyes and turning your back towards water. Water is emotion. But you know deep down inside what you want. You're trying to keep the swords in front of you, but you've not crossed it like this. It's been kept like this because you know what you want. And you're trying to make a balanced decision. But how can you be balanced if you're shutting out your emotions? Because when you shut out your emotional requirement, how you feel, if you don't look at that, and you again just sticking to logic, you're not going to make that decision. Because you know what you want, what your heart desires, and yet logic is telling you otherwise. And because you've always been logical and it seems more comfortable, you feel that the other choice is better, and yet your heart is in it. So you're not taking a decision, you're just staying there frozen. And you need to loosen up a bit, as I said, and more than anything, emotions are a part of you. No one tells you to take a decision when you're in a hyper state, either very excited, very happy, or very sad, depressed. No. when you're calm. Take a decision when you're calm, but don't pretend as though emotions are something that is weak and that is something from outside. No, emotion is something that comes within you. It is something that tells you how you feel. You can't run away from it. You can't bury it down inside, bury it forever. You cannot. You should not. And so this is the time for you. The element of water says, sit with your emotions. They're a part of you. Don't shoo them away as though they're not who you are. They are very much a part of you. They make you human. Keep your heart soft. It's okay to be vulnerable. And if you feel that you'll make the wrong decision, so what? What is wrong really? The universe will align you to where you need to go in this lifetime. It's all pre-decided. You've come here. You have choices. I'm not saying that you don't have choices. Of course you have choices. But if you were meant to move from A to B in this lifetime, if you follow your gut, if you follow your intuition, you will move from A to B in a faster fashion. There will be roadblocks, yes. There will be problems, yes. But you'll somehow enjoy the journey. If you don't follow your intuition, you follow your logic, you will still reach from A to B. Bumpier ride, maybe a bit more tears, frustration, delays, but you'll still get there. So there's no decision which is wrong. All right? But do you want to enjoy your journey, or do you want to keep cursing along the way because things didn't work out? It's your choice. So don't, when you make that decision, be fearless, be bold. But follow your heart. Don't keep your heart closed off. I'm not telling you to keep your mind closed off either. Balance. You've got the swords here in balance with each other, not crossing each other. Now you've got to align your thought, your speech, your action, your mind, your heart, yin and yang, masculine and feminine, in balance. Balance is the key. So that is the message from the element of water. What is the message from the element of earth? Ooh, you get the Empress but in reverse. Oh. The earth is telling you this is who you are meant to be, irrespective of your gender. You are the Empress. You have so much of power. This earth is yours. Abundance is yours. Anything that you want can fall into your lap. You are so fertile in every way. Whether it's actually birthing a life into this world or nurturing a life, and that life could be your own child that you produce, child that you adopt, pets. You are so loving, so abundant, so nurturing. And whether it's tangible things, you are the Empress, the Queen of Queens. You're beautiful to look at. And when I'm saying this again, this is an Empress, but this can be applied to any gender that's watching. All right? It's just the energy. It's so beautiful. But it's in reverse. And this is what the earth is telling you. You don't see yourself as this. You see yourself as lesser than who you are. You don't see all this that you can have, just by believing who you are, by trusting the universe and trusting yourself. You are an abundant being in an abundant universe. You are so attractive. But if you don't see it, you'll never be able to use the powers that you have. And the earth is telling you, this is who you are meant to be. But you've got to see it. And this will come when you heal yourself. Let me unblock this for you. And last but not the least, what is the message from the element of space, Akasha? You get the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yes. See that right in the center you have the Two of Swords, and here you have the Two of Pentacles. The ether's telling you that enough of juggling. Time to prioritize. Do you even know what you want? I think you do. And the universe says, if you know what you want, stop juggling. Prioritize. And whatever you want in your life, you can make it happen. First and foremost, you need to know what you want. For that, your perception should be absolutely clear. For clarity to come in, you need to follow your intuition, to not overthink. Logic is good when it's in balance. Everything. The key word is balance in every area of your life. But here, I feel for a lot of you, you may be air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're in your head a lot and you need to come out of that. For some of you, there could be a major confidence issue here, which is why you're keeping yourself stuck. The other prominent signs here are Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces actually, not Scorpio so much. Cancer and Pisces, and Taurus and Libra. And then, as I said, there's a lot of air here. So pile number 1, you have a brilliant mind and you know it. Number 26 or 8 could be significant. Bottom of the deck, I had seen the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, right? Now for some of you, this is a career situation where you need to make a decision. You're very brilliant. And with this adding to an 8, I get Saturnian energy. You're also willing to work. But you're very logical. And while, that may be who you are, and that may be a lot of things which have worked out in the past, happened in the past, which put you on the survival mode. I get it. We've all been there sometime or the other in our lives. And for things that have happened in the past, we have no control. We can't go back and change it. But we can change what we know now. We know who we are. And you need to work on your confidence, which will come from healing your past wounds. All right? Which will acknowledge you in totality. You need to see your light and your shade. That both those are a part of you. Your logical mind and your vulnerable, beautiful heart, both are you. Your emotions are very much you. Don't run away from any aspect of yours which makes you uncomfortable. Ask yourself, why are you uncomfortable here? We are right now, when I'm posting this, I think even Mars will go, if it's not yet gone into retrograde, but Saturn is in retrograde, Mercury is in retrograde, all right? And you're being told to, this is the best time when, emotions come up. There is a decision to be made. Heal yourself first. Don't keep following logic blindly because you get this sense of safety. One day when you keep closing out your heart from all the decisions, you keep removing your emotions from every decision you make, one day the tower moment will happen. Because the universe wants you to enjoy life as a complete being, not just logically. Why do you want that to happen when you can do that yourself? When it's at your pace, where you can heal your heart. Stop being afraid. You've got this. Build your confidence. Whatever's happened in the past, you can't control. But hereafter, you can tell yourself, there is no energy stronger than mine. I am an abundant being in an abundant universe. What's meant for me is already mine. I'm aligning to it. I'm aligned to it. What do you get here? You're very brilliant. Your mind is very brilliant. But maybe you feel that you're not being productive nowadays. And that's because you're just so stuck on logic. You're not able to take risks. Then you don't get, if there's a spontaneous idea, you just shut it down. It makes you uncomfortable instead of elating you. Maybe there is a sense of elation for a few seconds and then you just shut it down because this is not something that you have thought of initially. You need to bring that back. You're very brilliant. Trust yourself. You really need to spend at least half an hour by yourself every single day, preferably at night, preferably outside, just quiet without any input from anywhere. Just quietly, no phone, nothing, not even music, nothing, just you. And let the element of air just go past you. And you're under the skies, space, air. If you can walk bare feet, earth, beautiful. Have a bath every night before you sleep. Just, if you don't want to use any chemicals, fine. Just stand under the shower. 5 minutes. Just let all the water just heal you. Just see all your stress, your confusion, all just melting away. And if you can sit in front of a lit candle or a lamp, beautiful. So you've got, being cleansed by all the 5 elements, and just keep that, whatever it is that you're wanting clarity over, think about it and then just let it go, saying that the universe will bring me my answers, and just sleep. And do this every day. It's not that you're going to do it tonight and it's going to come. It could come, but it doesn't have to. Because even if it does come, you may not look at it because you're so used to following logic. It'll take time for you to listen to intuition, because intuition doesn't scream. It's a quiet voice, but you learn to follow it. Now, these are the 2 cards which are left. Yes, and guess what? This is the best time to do it because it is retrograde season. Bring out all these themes for healing and heal it once and for all. And look at that. Okay, the number 30. Oh, look at that. This is 26 adds 2 and 8. This is 35 adds 2 and 8 2. So Saturn energy is very strong. Pile number 1, which is possibly why you're so logical. Saturn energy. It's held you in good stead all this while, and it will. But you will be on another level when you can also tap into your intuition. All right, and luck is on your side. So luck is with you. This is the right time to do it, so that by the time Mercury turns direct in August and Saturn turns direct in November, 28th of November, you'll find things start moving forward because you are in balance, and then everything works out so beautifully. And what do these cards have to say? Amaryllis has to say determination and creative achievement. And absolutely, with determination, you will heal, and you will actually be able to achieve creative achievement. Whatever your creative blocks are, because of your logical thinking, you'll be able to start thinking, spontaneously. And you get Sweet William, gallantry, grant me a single smile. What is this saying? Sweet William small has form and aspect bright, like the sweet flower that yields great delight. With this card, I feel that, you may think as yourself and your ideas not being anything that's really worth anything, but you don't know the impact you have on people, is what I get with this card here. And with this card, I get, yes. Maybe for some of you in the past, you've brought out something which is really beautiful, maybe a creative idea into life, and you got a lot of success with it. And thereafter, you've not been able to create, because thereafter you started being safe. And this safety net that you got around yourself is a huge wall now, which you need to break. And this will come with healing. All right, you're here, the Empress. You're meant to be this, irrespective of your gender. Don't stop yourself. So pile number 1, beautiful pile number 1, brilliant pile number 1. Find your confidence again. Learn to live fully and loosen your grip. Loosen your grip. All right? So these are the messages from the universe, from the classic elements. We're all one, you know, and we all go through the same things in different, you know, themes which each and every one of us face here are the same. It comes packaged in different forms, but it's the same thing which we have to work through. And working through it is the best way forward, because then you're breaking out all your karma. Just go through it. Don't hide from it. You're meant to be the princess. So princess, you're meant to be the empress. And you think of yourself as just the princess or the prince. No. You're very powerful. Find yourself and take lots of time to do that. Oh, that's beautiful, you know. I just said Saturnian energy, 26 and 35, both add to an 8. And that is why you're so logical. And there's something that's happened in the past. Yay, finally it's hit home. We are in Saturn retrograde right now. Best time to do it. Luck is on your side. This is the time to heal. See, I've got this fresh upsurge of energy because I finally connected the dots. Yes, it's screaming Saturn here. This is the best time to do it. You've got time till November. I'm posting this hopefully today. Little doubtful because we are already it's 6 p.m. and I've got 2 more piles to do. And it takes ages for editing and finally uploading, so it may not come out today, which is sad. But even if it comes out tomorrow, we are just the 20th, 21st of July, all right? And November is months away. August, September, October, November, 4 whole months to heal yourself. And healing doesn't finish. It carries on for your entire life. But when you start and keep consistently healing yourself, working through all your fears, asking all those uncomfortable questions and sitting with them and slowly venturing out, little steps, you will find that it's a game changer. I'd love to hear from you in November, if you remember this reading, and let me know whether you've actually put out, you know, this new creative idea which your heart knows about and everything else is stopping it. You're going to be so powerful, and we're all going to know about it in some time. All right, I am sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the Good Tarot and this beautiful jade ball, welcome to your reading. Green. I feel for a lot of you, you may be coming here because of something got to do with your heart. This heart chakra energy. Am I getting anything else? For a lot of you, maybe you've been hurt and you don't open up easily. Maybe a lot of people come to you for answers and you're very kind and you let them know, but you're so afraid of letting yourself be seen because you've been hurt enough that you pretend that everything's under control and people kind of believe it. And so you feel that you're alone. For a lot of you, you may be very good with plants. You may be growing plants very easily. You may have a lovely garden. Maybe that's your sanctuary. Anyway, let's take a look. So beautiful, wonderful. Pile number 2. I feel you're very soft people and you get hurt very soon. You know? anything harsh that you see. Empath energy I'm getting. It's not like, when I see rose quartz, that's a different feeling. This is something far more vulnerable, it's deeper. You're not naive. When I get rose quartz energy, it's usually naive. There's a certain freshness, a naivety, simplicity. Again, soft-hearted, but naive. Even though they may have lived very many years, that's the kind of energy I get with the rose quartz groups generally. But with you, it's not that. You are not naive. You've had a lot of experience. And you've been hurt. And you're so scared of being vulnerable. Anyway, let's see. Pile number 2. What is the message from the element of air for you? What is the message from the element of fire? Fire. What is the message from the element of water? What is the message from the element of earth? Last but not the least, I saw the 10 of cups there, wow. Last but not the least, what is the message from space? Bottom deck energy, 4 of earth, exactly what I said, 4 of earth. You keep everything close to your heart. You do not let anyone in. All walls up. This is exactly what I was feeling. 4 of cups was your bottom deck energy, which tells me that you suffer alone. You ease a lot of people's suffering. For a lot of you, you're empaths. Some of you may have studied psychology, and you help a lot of people deal with their issues, but no one knows your issues. Okay, you get the hyacinth, and wait, I was not meant to take out another, it's just the bottom deck energy, and this was hydrangea, but now I pulled that out, there must be a reason. Lilac. Okay. Phantom quartz, embrace change. And smoky quartz, let it go. Okay. Take time to breathe out. It's time to release negativity. Pearl, connect to the divine, and lavender, connect to the body, mind and soul. All right, beautiful pile number 2, sensitives of mine. Let's get started. What does the element of air have to say to you? You get page of water, page of cups, beautiful. The element of air has to say this to you, that you are what I picked up. very soft-hearted people with a lot of emotions. You may appear to a lot of people as being very naive, but you are not. And the element of air is telling you to begin as the page of water again. Begin where you once were, when you were naive, when you were hurt. Open up your heart again with that same kind of freshness which you're so scared about right now. You are so scared to be vulnerable, but the element of air says whatever had to happen has happened to teach you something, not to close your heart forever. It's time for you to be vulnerable again. It's time for you to make fresh mistakes. Don't be so closed off. Beautiful pile number 2. Life is about to surprise you for your softness. Don't keep your heart hard. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Make mistakes again, but enjoy life as it's meant to be. You are safe. You are divinely protected. Whatever has happened in the past, just let it go. This is the message from the element of air. What is the message from the element of fire? 5 of water. Oh. You've been in pain for long enough, says the element of fire. A lot. Whatever's happened has happened. Let it go. It's time for change. Embrace this change. It's going to be beautiful. Don't stay stuck. Let it go. Connect to the divine. Maybe for a lot of you, what I'm picking up, what the element of air is telling you is to take care of your body. You've neglected yourself. You've just been sad over something that's happened in the past. It's time for you to let it go. Maybe along with that, your connection with the divine, with universe, is also taken a beating because you don't trust the universe anymore after this particular incident happened. But you're being told that the universe just gives you as much as that you can take, and you've become a stronger person since that episode happened, and so you've learned your lesson. It's not going to happen again. You need to connect with the divine again. It could be anything. It doesn't really have to be a person or a situation. Something has happened in the past. Either you've lost someone or you've been through some sort of trauma and you're not able to get past it. And maybe before that, there was some sort of connect with the universe. Now you don't find any connect with the universe at all. Look at that pearls out there, and there's pearls here. Connect to the divine. And it will give you a lot of peace. It will also give you the strength to move forward and allow yourself to be vulnerable again. Allow yourself to be soft again. And you may need to do a lot of healing before that happens. They will take time to breathe out and release. It's time to release negativity. For a lot of you, this is very important. If you're holding on to all the negativity of something that happened in the past and feeling bad over it, it's not going to help you. What you need to do right now is to take care of your body, mind and soul. And this happens best when you're connected to the divine. And the number 25 adds to a 7, and the number 44 adds to an 8. Progression. Yes. You connect to the divine, trusting the universe, knowing whatever happened in the past was happening for you, though it didn't feel that way. And when you do that, you start coming out of that and ground your energy. Be present. Take care of your body, your mind, and understand that whatever is happening was for your soul to expand, and now you're keeping it stuck. You've just closed off, Outwardly, whatever you look, inside, there's a lot inside of you. It needs to come out, or it will harm you in days to come. What is the message from the element of water? Seven of Fire. Yes, you've been standing alone, fighting everybody all by yourself, taking no help from anyone, just standing on guard because you don't trust anyone. You cannot trust anyone anymore ever since whatever that trauma was happened, and you're ready to go the distance alone. This screams trauma to me of some kind. Either you've been through betrayal or trauma or loss. Pile number 2, I'm giving you a very, very big, tight hug. You've been through it. Now it's time for you to come out of it. Enough. You've been through so much, so much. And it's time for you to release all the negativity from that. And you might be thinking, yes, it's easier said than done. Can someone teach me how to do it? Yes, I can. I cannot make you do it, but I can just tell you steps, because I doubt there's anyone on this planet who's not been through some sort of trauma. Every trauma looks different, feels different, but everyone's been through it. And depending on who you are and what your entire journey has been like, we all react to it differently, respond to it differently. Actually, most of us react. No one responds. We all react to it. It takes a lot before we learn how to, move from reaction to response. And I can tell you one thing from whatever my 51 years of experience of life is, that keeping negativity within only drains you. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you bitter. And for people like you who's so soft, even the bitterness is not actually bitter. You don't really feel bitterness, but you just take that anger and bitterness and put it on yourself, is what I feel. And this needs to heal. You are not to blame yourself or hold on to negativity, which is stopping you from living your best life. You're beautiful the way you are. Exactly the way you are right now. You are wonderful. All right? We all make mistakes. And sometimes we suffer because of our mistakes, and sometimes we suffer even though it was not our mistake, because we didn't know how to stand up for ourselves. Whatever be your case, you are beautiful, you are worthy, irrespective of your gender, irrespective of where you come from, what you have done, what you have not done, what you have said, what you have not said. You are worthy. Understand it. Accept it. Believe it. It's the truth. And you don't have to stay alone for the rest of your life, though it's a lot more comfortable that way. It may seem that way because you know that you're not letting yourself down. But in not being able to be vulnerable, in not releasing this, you're not being your best friend, really. And there's something you need to know. And the universe is meant for you. Whatever the universe is doing, you may say you don't care, but the universe is actually protecting you without you realizing it or acknowledging it. And actually the universe doesn't want you to acknowledge it either. They just want you to live your best life. That's all they want. This universe, that's all the universe wants from you. That you live your best life. And there is a lot of change coming in. But if your heart is closed off, you're not going to be able to see it, you won't take it. And it's time for you to take care of your body, mind and soul now. Enough of concentration on the trauma. That is over, that is gone, needs to go. So what is the message from the element of earth? And you get the Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles. You need to prioritize what is important to you in your life. And even being able to prioritize will come only after you take some time out. Close this chapter, sit with yourself and decide what is it I want from life. What is it that I want from life? Where do I want to go? What do I envision myself? If that trauma didn't happen, what was my dream? What is it about that trauma that I'm not able to dream freely? Then dream freely. Think about your ideal life as though nothing has gone wrong. and you know what, bring it into existence by prioritizing how you're going to do it and believing that it will happen. Release negativity. Otherwise, when you're making that vision, this negativity will pour its poison into it and the trauma will come right back. So get this out of the way and then start prioritizing. You're going to build the best life, but you've got to take care of the vessel, that's your body, your mind, so that it doesn't bring these things over and over again, and your soul, which is craving expansion, which wants to live that vision that you have, which you had before the trauma happened. All right, now let me quickly read this card before I take out this. Lilac, first emotions of love. Hydrangea, thankfulness for understanding. And hyacinth, playfulness. All right, Lilac says, first emotions of love. Love is a magician that pulls man out of his own hat. Hydrangea says, thankfulness for understanding. Before we can forgive one another, we have to understand one another. And Hyacinth says, playfulness. Play is the royal road to childhood happiness and adult brilliance. Okay, so for a lot of you, may not be for all of you, if this trauma was had to do with your first love, you know, you may have known one another from the time you were children, and you've done everything together, and you could be yourself, and you were so playful with this person, you trusted them, and they trusted you, and it was beautiful. And they were the only person you could possibly love, because that's the kind of emotion they've got out of you. And now they're no longer there. For some of you, you've actually lost them. They've passed on. And for some of you, they've just, you know, they just thought of it as a childhood romance. They've moved on, and maybe they're with someone else. And maybe they didn't see it in the way you saw it, or they did at that time, but they didn't think it would be a long-term thing. Or, you know, as they moved out to do their own thing, it kind of faded out, but you were very invested in it. If that is the case, then you need to know that it wasn't personal against you. It wasn't, this person still has those emotions, and you need to be able to speak it out with them and understand where they're coming from. Then it will be easier for you to forgive yourself and them and not be so hard on yourself. And you'll be able to release the negativity. But if they have been difficult and if it was uncomfortable, then you need to forget them once and for all, and that's it. And if you have lost them, if they've passed on, they've just meant to teach you something, and they gave you that beautiful time which you cherish. But whatever they've done for you will not be worth it if you can't get out of this trauma. Basically, all that they were meant to come and teach you and make you experience, you're not doing justice to it by staying stuck there. And I know it sounds harsh, but even the most beautiful thing, when you don't let it go at the right time, you actually, you know, it's like letting that thing down by not letting it go in time. All right, so last message from the ethers, space, sky. Oh my God, didn't we see this when I was shuffling? Was it your group? Yes, 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 very much. 10 of water. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Your life is about to change. All you got to do is to work on this. 10 of water. This is the 10 of cups. The universe wants to give you so much emotional fulfillment, so much happiness. If your vision was the happily ever after, the universe is waiting to give it to you. Don't stay stuck, pile number 2. Beautiful pile number 2. Do not stay stuck. Connect with the divine. For that, you've got to connect with yourself. You've just got built walls around you. I don't think you listen to your own heart. No, you don't. You need to. So beautiful. What a way to end your reading, really. So much is waiting for you to happen. And all the elements in their own way are just telling you, be the most authentic version of yourself like you were before this trauma. It taught you something. Don't undo the teaching by staying stuck there. Move out of it. Move on. You begin with taking time to breathe out, which means taking time out to connect with yourself. Actually taking care of your physical body. Moving out some more. Moving out in nature. Take time for exercise. Eat right. Sit in nature for some time. You have lilac here, lavender here. Maybe you like flowers a lot. Go and sit out in the garden. Sit alone. Appreciate things that you have, the things around you. Be grateful for them. Be grateful for people in your life, even though you don't connect with them very deeply anymore. There is a lot of change coming in your life, and this change is beautiful. Don't run away from it. Connect with your, if you feel that the anger is against the universe, who is the universe? What's as without, so within, right? It's you. When you're running away from the universe, you're finding the disconnect with the universe, you're finding disconnect within yourself. So connect with yourself. When you connect with yourself, your innermost self, you're actually connecting with the universe. Go sit out in the gardens. If you like flowers, get yourself a bouquet, keep it there. Grow yourself a flower, a plant, Whatever it is that you want to do, get in touch with your inner child and let your heart start beating once more. Not in the literal sense, obviously it is, but for the things that you love to do, for life in itself. One person, one trauma can't define your entire life, pile number 2. Really? Have you given it so much power? Then it's time for you to take it back. Do you really think trauma is bigger than life itself? I don't think so. Put things in perspective. Zoom out. It'll help. Beautiful things are waiting to happen. Why do you want to block it and live unhappily? If someone gave you a choice to live happily or unhappily, would you choose unhappiness? Then why are you doing that? You are doing that subconsciously. I'm not undermining what you've gone through. What you've gone through is your own. We don't walk in anyone else's shoes, even for a day, so we can't really know what each person is going through. But I'm telling you that there is no one who's untouched by trauma of some kind, all right? We've got to learn from it and move on. Everyone is damaged somewhere, and that's how you let the light in. So learn and move forward, and this is the time for you to do it. Mercury is in retrograde, Saturn is in retrograde till November. You've got lots of time. This is the ideal time to heal, to love yourself, to strengthen yourself in every way, starting from body, mind, emotions. Your own, your energetic body will be strong. The elements are with you. Heal the elements. As I was telling, I'll actually try and put it out there right in the beginning, so that, and at the end maybe, what you can do to heal, each element, how you can cleanse yourself. You can do it as a daily practice. If you walk bare feet on the grass when it's wet, great. Otherwise, just walking bare feet on the ground, on the grass, is grounding your earth element. That's empowering your earth element. You have a bath in the morning, also have one before you sleep. This time you don't need to use soap or any chemical. Just stand under water, cleanse your energies. Water, beautiful. Sit by the water, beautiful. Again, gardening can help as far as your earth, strengthening earth is. So we've done earth and water. Air, just sit outside, allow the air to go through you. Suppose it's very still where you are, you can just sit outside and breathe, do your breathing exercises, be conscious of your breath when you're doing that. you know, sit in nature some more. It's very beautiful energy. And when you sit under the skies, walking with bare feet on the ground, that's space bestowing its blessing onto you, holding you there. Be grateful, and gratitude is something which will change your life completely. And last but not the least, if you can light a lamp or a candle and sit in front of it every day for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, first with your front towards it and then your back towards it, it will help. I've been following this. This is something that Sadhguru has said in one of the things that you can do, and I've tried to follow it. And I don't know what it's meant to do at the end of the day, but it's supposed to light your inner fire. I feel a lot of calm when I do these things, because it's the me time where you take some time for yourself to do these things, to heal the elements within you. As I was telling pile number 1, I have all these 5 elements which I've got tattooed. Space, if you look at it this way, it's space, air, fire, water, and earth. This is what we are all made of. This is what makes us one. And if you're wondering what that noise is, that is Joey giving himself a nice rub. Again, I think he's upside down. We are all one. We are all connected because we're all made of the same thing. And this helps us know that all these 5 elements, whether it's animate or inanimate objects, we're all made of the same things. The whole universe is made of the same thing. That's why the collective consciousness, that's why tarot readings. We are all one at the basic core. All right? And so, in fact, as I was telling pile 1, and I think I will repeat it to pile 3 as well, the banner that is there, when the video starts, they show all those, that's made by my daughter. They're all the elements in the form of young ladies there. It's because this is some concept which I keep very close to my heart. It makes me feel connected to everyone around, all beings. It helps you conquer fear, because the most cruel person on this planet is the person who's most scared. Because it's fear that makes you do mean things. Because when you do mean things, you feel protected. Because your fear is making you do that. A person who is not afraid, say, of a cockroach. If there's a cockroach inside, you try and throw it out. Or if you want to kill it, you just might give it one whack with something, a fly swat or whatever it is. But a person who's petrified of the cockroach, in their total fear of that cockroach doing something to them, because it's there in their mind, the fear is so much, it would batter the cockroach. That is the difference, what fear makes you do. And so when you stay connected with all the elements, you don't look at each thing as different from you. You don't allow fear to take over. I don't know why I needed to say all that to you, but pile number 2, maybe some of you needed to hear that. It's time for you to conquer your fear, release your negativity, and live your best life. I am sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye. Pile number 3, those of you who've chosen the Ethereal Visions Tarot and the Rose Quartz Heart, welcome to your reading. Whenever I get this Rose Quartz, whenever I pull it out, I always get this beautiful feeling that these are those wonderful softies of mine. I was telling pile number 2 this. They, jade, green aventurine, and the rose quartz, they're all crystals for the heart. But I didn't get this light-hearted feeling with the jade crystal. They also empaths. They're very soft-hearted people, but they've had, and it's not that to say that you haven't had experience. They have had a lot of experience. They're very deep people, but they are not naive. But I get a sort of naivety from you, and you may be whatever your age is. There's this very childlike energy about you, which I absolutely love, and actually, this is why, if there are some people who are uncomfortable with children, and there are some people who are so comfortable with children, because children allow you to connect with your inner child, because they are innocent, because they don't have, they've not been marred by cynicism. So their questions sometimes can be embarrassing. Sometimes they can say things without any filter, but that's that wonderful innocence about them, which keeps things so real. And that is why, I feel very comfortable around children. When children are there, yes, they can be cranky, they can be quite a handful sometimes, but their energy is so fresh, it's devoid of any, basically, even if they've had a rough time for something, they don't let that kill that joy that is inherent in all of them. They may be sad for some reason, but you can cheer them up because they're still willing. Life, they're still connected to life. The same feeling you get when you're with an animal or pets, they're so connected to life that they just are who they are. They don't pretend to be something else. And this is what I get with you. That lot of people who are very much in touch with your inner child still have this beautiful energy, and I think that's beautiful. And if you are parents, and I think that's the best thing you can do to your child is to have this energy. And you may be connecting really, with your children. You may be really having a solid connect with them because you love their energy and they just love being around you because you have this childlike nature to yourself. Beautiful energy. All right. So we're going to take out 5 cards to see what the elements have to say to you. That was a 5 of Cups in reverse. So, are you coming out of a heartbreak situation now? That's Joey. He's been sleeping for so long, and in the last reading he finally woke up. He gave himself a nice rub and I let him out. And now he's barking his lungs out. All right, pile number 3. What does the element of air have to say to you? What messages do you get from the element of... I saw the King of Swords there. Now let's put that back. What is the message from the element of fire? Ooh. I have to take this out because it's flipped just in time, and that's your Ace of Cups there. What is... oh Lord, I didn't say anything. I'm not taking that. That's a 6 of Swords. So it's time. You got the 5 of Cups in reverse, coming out of a heartbreak. 6 of Swords, I just saw, moving away from the situation, and we've seen the Ace of Cups. New love coming in, maybe? God knows. So that's the message from the fire, element of fire. And now, element of water, what does it have to say to you here? Element of earth, what does the element of earth have to say to you? And what does the element of the skies, the ethers, have to say to you? Bottom of the deck energy is the Ten of Cups. A lot of love coming in. Pile number 3. I'm going to shuffle all these cards before we begin so that there's no interruption. Oh, looks as though I'll have to pause after I shuffle your cards and get him in. He's going berserk. And so much I told you about children and how I like children. He gets irritated because they scream a lot. He's learned that from my daughter. You get morning glory, and bottom deck energy is the Coreopsis. Okay, beautiful flower. Never seen it in real life. There you are. You barked at everybody. He's come right in and he's staring at me as if to let me know it's his dinner time. There's still time, baby. Still time. You get the tiger's eye, overcome your fears. And bottom deck energies, ocean jasper, schedule yourself in. Surrender to the divine and what you need to release. These are the two cards that came. Oh, and take time to breathe out. It's time to release negativity. This and one more card which take time to breathe out has come in another group. Surrender to the divine, it's come again. Beautiful. Last but not the least, we'll pull out two cards from here, rather one card from here, and bottom deck energy. And you get brilliance. Oh my god, this also came for another pile. And bottom deck, no, this also came for another pile, both these cards. Alright, but I didn't cut the deck. I don't think I cut the deck, so I'm not going to take it. We'll keep that in mind though. Or I'll just feel that, though I've shuffled, there was another pile between both of you. Let's see, if it has to come out again, you're meant to get that again, alright? Jade, take action. Bottom deck energy, okay, this seems more like it. Plum, overcome your challenges. I wasn't getting that for you when I was shuffling the cards. One says, build your confidence, and what did the other say? Brilliance. Yeah, discover your sparkle. Maybe that's also a thing. We'll integrate that into the reading. Don't you worry, pile number 3, and not let you miss out on anything. Look at that. Okay, both those cards, Cyan and Brilliance, which were coming out, both added to an 8, Saturn energy. And look at this, take action and Plum, overcome your challenges, both add to a 5. Lots of change happening in your life. Beautiful energy. Oh, I love the way Spirit shows me things. Okay, let's begin. So what's the message from the element of air for you, pile number 3? The devil. Ooh, okay. There. These 3 cards are the message from the devil. It's time to release negativity, overcome your fears, and overcome your challenges. When you overcome your challenges, when you overcome your fears, you will find a way to release negativity and then overcome your challenges. And this is what the element of air is telling you. For a lot of you, your fears are more in your head than they are actual. Alright, with this coming right under this, I feel the devil in your reading represents something that you are afraid of. Maybe one thing, maybe many things. Maybe it's a way of thinking. Maybe fear was something which is very normal in your family. Maybe there was one parent or both parents who were afraid of a lot of things, you know, and you have internalized all those fears. And for some of you, it's something that's coming from a lot of past lifetimes which need to be processed. And this is the time to do it. As I'm recording this reading and posting this, we are in Mercury retrograde as well as Saturn retrograde. Alright? And this is the best time to work through everything that's holding you back from the past and let it go so that you can live your best life. Mercury will turn direct on the 11th of August and Saturn will turn direct on the 29th of November. If you're watching it when I record it, even if you're watching this at any other time in the future, just know that when this reading has come out, and if you're stuck to this, you're still here and looking at it, then it means that it's time for you to let go of your fears. Your fears are growing in size in your head. And this is what the element of air, which controls your thoughts and reveals your thought patterns to you, is telling you. You are letting fear grow by the day in your head. In reality, it's not such a big deal. And you need to work on your fears. Alright? Work through them. Let them go. Release the negativity which fear is bringing into your life and poisoning your life. Let it go. Surrender to the divine. Just stay connected with your inner self, the universe, the divine, and you, your authentic you. You're the same. It's the same thing. Once you do that, you will be able to overcome every single challenge in your life and lead your best life. You'll be able to take action. There's a lot of change coming in your life, and you're holding yourself back because of your fears, and these fears are not real. Maybe 1% is real, and you've made it 100% now. And that is why this theme is coming up for you. All right, so what's the message from the element of fire? And you go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I just looked at this and then oh wow. The element of fire says, what did I say in the beginning when I held this stone? You are those beautiful people who are in touch with your inner child, happy people. And the element of fire is saying, always joyful, stay joyful. There is love coming into your life, all right? There's so much happiness waiting to happen. And the only person who's standing in the way of your happiness, of all this love that's to come in, of this wonderful joy, which was who you actually are. Maybe people defined you as the color yellow. Maybe people saw you as that, sunshine spirit. This is who you stand for people around you. But deep down inside, this fear is holding you back. And I feel what you talk to yourself is not kind at all, because the fear grips you. It envelops you when you're alone. And it's time to put an end to it. All right, this is what the element of fire is telling you. There's a lot of love coming in. You are meant to be happy, because when you're happy, your cup is full. You bring that out into the world. Right now, you're still trying to bring happiness into the world, but you're getting, you must be feeling drained at the end of the day, because your cup is not filling up. You give what you have, but who's going to put this love and fresh energy into your cup? You need to heal. Beautiful, beautiful pile number 3. You need to heal. And look at that. If you thought the devil was major arcana, the sun is also major arcana, and it's the happiest card in the deck. When the sun comes out, everything is okay, but you need to allow it to come out. Maybe a lot of people have said that you are the sunshine in their life. All right, so it's time for sunshine to bring back the light. All right, what's the message from the element of water? The 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay, all right, this is right in the center of your reading. If for some of you, your marriage is ended, or a very close love situation, remember we did see the 5 of Cups in reverse. Yes, that's what we saw in the beginning. And then we saw a 6 of Swords, right? And then we saw a 10 of Cups as well at the bottom of the deck energy. Yeah. For some of you, a marriage is ended. And a marriage that you were invested in, which started off beautifully. And for some of you, it may not be a marriage, but it was a long-term relationship which has come to an end. Something that both of you were invested in. It seemed like a happily ever after. Nothing could go wrong, but it did. And this has kept you stuck. All right, and I feel you have been doing the work, trying to come out of it. But there's still a lot of negativity you feel towards this person. When you talk about this person or talk about that love situation, for some of you it's happened a while ago, years may have passed. And for some of you it's recent. But it brings up, you try to be positive, but there is resentment towards this person, towards what happened. And you may be still, when you're recounting this to somebody close to you, you may be filled with tears, with fear, with sorrow, with anger. And you're being told that you've sat with this energy for long enough. It's time for you to, once you're ready, release this energy. For some of you, you may be thinking, how are you going to do this alone now without this person in your life? Of course you can do it. All these things about you complete me, all these are things which we've got from books, romanticizing life. We've got these from the movies. It's not reality. We come whole without anybody, and we leave this world being whole. We leave our bodies behind, but the whole soul that comes in goes out as one whole soul. And it's not as though we are less than, or half of us is dying because the person we thought was our other half is gone. No. Two wholes make a marriage, and when it doesn't work, it's fine. It was meant to teach you something. I'm saying it seems so pragmatic, as though, yeah, it's over, it's fine. I'm sure it's not like that. I know what pain is. But your pain cannot define who you are. Your pain is here to teach you how strong you are, how strong you have been. It's also teaching you that despite all this, people still call you the sunshine spirit, because you still have a joyous, naive, beautiful, loving heart. It's time for you to overcome your fears. For some of you, if you feel this person is toxic and they may come and spoil things for you, don't worry. There's no energy stronger than yours. This fear is in your head. You are divinely protected. Nothing is going to happen to you. You need to start releasing this negativity and stop closing yourself in. Maybe you're just keeping yourself in a cocoon, just doing what needs to be done and coming back home, not enjoying yourself, scared to let your hair down. Don't be scared. Remove that from your dictionary. The word fear, just remove it. It's time for you to take action on yourself, on your healing, on releasing this negativity and scheduling yourself in to things that you love to do. Go out and meet people. Just because a relationship didn't work, your life doesn't come to an end. Stop, being worried about what people have to say. Maybe this person you were married to was a very popular person and people really praised them so much. And so you feel that if you go out, people are going to judge you. Don't care about anybody else. You know your truth. Yes, when a marriage goes bad, both people are to blame. Whatever you say, both people are to blame. Because this responsibility is 50-50. It can go up and down sometimes. A third person can't define your marriage. A third person can't tell you where you went wrong, where they went wrong, what could happen, what didn't happen. You know your reality. And you know what you've put up with, and you know when it was not okay with you. 10 other people around you may say, so what? What's such a big deal? That doesn't matter. If it was a big deal to you, it matters. So don't look at other people and what they say. If it meant that this particular thing was not okay, it meant disrespect to you, it meant pain to you, it meant enough is enough to you, and you have left it, so be it. Don't have to get external validation for what you've done. You've taken that step, good. If it is your person who's walked away because they thought this is not good, let them go. Their walking away and saying that you were not good enough doesn't define who you are. That is their perception of you. And for that, whatever they have thought, they have to heal. It's not your responsibility. You work on yourself, on your happiness, or what brings you joy. You are a beautiful being, exactly the way you are, pile number 3. Exactly the way you are, physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. There's no one like you. You are unique. You are sunshine spirit. So don't let anyone take that away from you. Alright, so this was the message from water. So what's the message from earth? Queen of Wands. Wow. This is who you are, the Queen of Earth is there. Element of earth is telling you, you are, this Queen of Wands. You just think Leo, okay? She's unapologetically herself. She knows she's here to rule. She knows she's wow. And she'll make you see that she is wow and acknowledge it. Not that she wants your acknowledgement, not that she wants your validation. She just knows. And this is who you are meant to be. And this is who you are. Look at that sunflower out there. This is how people see you as a sunshine spirit. And you can't let this one relationship take from you. No. And if for all of you it won't be this relationship, it could be some other fear that's holding you back. But it's time to let it go. It could be something, may not even be your relationship. This maybe you come from, a broken home. Maybe your parents separated at a young age and this has still stayed with you. It stops you from having your happily ever after. It makes you sabotage relationships maybe because you feel that that's how it's going to end up. But this is not your story. It was their story then. And it doesn't define who you are. So let go of these fears in your head. Work on this negativity. Don't make somebody else's experience your reality. And if it was your own experience, it was just one experience. You've learned from it, let it go. You are this beautiful, wonderful, attractive Queen of Wands, irrespective of your gender. You can have what you want. Follow your intuition. It's very strong. Beautiful energy. And before we take out the message from space, let's read this as well. Affection and determination. The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine that lives for 1,000 years. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And always joyful. Choreopsis. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Absolutely. Look at that. You are who you are. However you see yourself, that is you. And that's beautiful, that's unique. That's what people see you as, the sunshine. Alright? So do not compare yourself to anyone. Maybe you've kept this person on a pedestal if it was a person that was involved. And you felt that, and they may have known that you've kept them on a pedestal. So they may have said something harsh which made you shrink a little more. You're beautiful the way you are. You're unique the way you are. And you don't need external validation from anyone. Surrender to the universe. This beautiful universe who you are a part of. They are also a part of it. But they are not attached to you. And you are not who they describe you to be. You are you. Unique. And you cannot be described by anyone. It would be great disservice to describe anyone anyway. You're just you, a part of life, a beautiful part of life, that's a unique part of life, that's just meant to be, and to live life to its fullest. Queen of Wands energy. Alright? So don't let anyone hold you back. You have a lot of affection and people have a lot of affection for you. The right people will find you. Look at that. I told you. The Sun and the Ace of Cups. Let's put it like this so that everything is visible to you. It's time for you to release your fears, your negativity, and schedule yourself in. Go out there and put yourself out there. Go meet people. Join clubs that you want to, learn things. If you've got a craft, hone it. Learn more. Put it out there. If you want to start your own business, do it. If you want to start your own channel, do it. Put yourself out there, unapologetically, believing in yourself, and take action. There's a lot of change coming in. You will overcome your challenges when you put your fears and your negativity at rest. In fact, just work on your fears. All this will go on its own. Fear does a lot of things. I was telling the last pile, fear can make you cruel, just in order to protect yourself. And fear stays in your mind, and the mind can really make it bigger and larger than it is. And when fear gets disproportionate, you find great world leaders, they take such rash, rough decisions. It's all on their upbringing and the fears that they have within them. Fear makes you react in terrible ways. So whether it's on a small scale or a large scale, you are a beautiful, beautiful person. Let that fear out of your system. It's not worth it. You're meant to live your best life. All right, so last message is from space, the ethers, the sky, and you get the Ace of Swords. Wow, this is beautiful. What does the Ace of Swords say? First of all, when it comes out in the reading, you can believe this reading 100%. If it resonated with you, this is yours. You are this beautiful sunshine. You are going to have your Ace of Cups. You are the beautiful Queen of Wands. Just surrender to this knowledge, to this inner knowing that you are who you're meant to be. You're unique. These fears are all in your head. Work through them. Release the negativity. Release the fear. And stay true to yourself. This is the whole truth. You can take it. It's time for you to act. It's time for you to put yourself out there. Beautiful pile number 3. This is the right time to heal during this retrograde and come out successful as the sunshine that you are meant to be, that everyone sees in you, but you don't see in yourself. This is who you're meant to be. Irrespective of gender, you are meant to shine. All right? That is all I have for you. I hope these messages really hit home and they help you moving forward. Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.